The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Throwing is Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
Hey, report!
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. It is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This one good for a 1st down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
A very early decision to be made here.
There is, and I think that because they're the home team, I would ride that wave a little bit, and I would gamble and go for it. Doesn't seem like it's optimal, but you're the home team. You'll get the support of the crowd all game long. Go get it right now and put 6 on the board.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. I think going for it there on the opening drive, CD, if you're that close to the end zone, seems like a no-brainer, and they're able to cap things off with a touchdown.
I think that he was imagining the message he would send to his team if he called for the field goal unit at that point. Great drive, got it all the way down there. You're telling your offense, I believe in you, and you're also telling your defense, hey, if they don't score, we've got it covered.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready, set! Smash! Smash! Opposite! Read! Hut! Hut!
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
62 blaster! Hut! Hut!
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Cycle.
Love. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Set for the 2nd quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set! Ready!
To throw now, here's Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Set.
They get this out left. Touchdown! Christian Watson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Blues are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Going to be brought down here in the backfield. Rashawn Gary in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Colbert, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ready. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard.
5-6. 22 needle. Ready.
Love now. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Blaster, sit. Hut.
Throwing. Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Shot. 17. Ball. 10. Ready. Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Brought in by Dobbs on the comeback run. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Come on. Set. 5-97. Set. Cut.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Black Ultra. Blue black. Red cycle. Hut, hut.
On third down, Love. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic
to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in field goal range. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Here we go.
2nd and a couple.
Hut, hut.
Play fake. Here's Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Striker. 3. Ready.
Play action this time with Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Love looking to throw it.
A short throw to Musgrave.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Love now on 2nd down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Odafe Owe. Down to the 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Jackson on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, middle. Hey, come here. Go.
To throw is Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Mega. Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they work this out past the 25.
66 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
deploy the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Check, steal. 43 rail. Ready.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Come on.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10.
Ultra. Ready?
Now a handoff running through the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way out to midfield. 11 yards there, first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
On the set. Set.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Cut.
Now Love. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Strike. Check. Strike. Hut.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And McPherson on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
He's got room at the 30.
And finally marked down at the 23. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Check smack. Set.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, go Fury. Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
In motion right comes Reed.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
Rolling to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for.
And got his man complete. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jackson to throw.
Oh, he stays up, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Here's Jackson.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throwing, Jackson.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third down and goal coming up here.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 70 seconds remain. This will be an onside kick. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here's 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
Now Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, that is incomplete. These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
Here's Jackson.
That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal... It was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And the 13-year man puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now Jackson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
This is taken at the 23.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 119 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Fight 60. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. This to win it in overtime. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Now Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Down the left sideline.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And we will play on here in overtime. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in the tie.
Yeah, that clock put a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. 3rd and 8. Here's Love. All right, open, complete. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a 3rd down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the home team here, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.